In this video, we're going to be looking at how to add the like terms when adding two polynomials. So both of these expressions here are called a polynomial. Simply means, poly means many, and nomial means we've got terms in here. So we've got many terms. So for instance, this is a term, this is a term, this is a term. They're all different terms. First thing I need to do is I need to identify what are the like terms. And so in this case, I'm going to look at this. I've got 2x squareds and I've got 3x squareds. Those are like terms. I'm going to add those together. So the first method I'm going to use is I'm just going to use paper and pencil. All right, so for this, I look at my like terms. I've got 2x squareds and 3x squareds. That gives me 5x squareds. All right, then I'm going to look at my other terms here. I see I've got 3x's and I've got take away 2x's. So 3x's, I'm going to add negative 2x's. And that's going to give me 3x's take away 2x's is just going to be 1x, or I could just write x. The last one I'm going to look at here is I've got my one space. So I've got 2 plus a negative 1. It's just 2 minus 1, and that just gives me 1. All right, so at the end of the day, my final answer here, I've got 5x squareds, positive 1x, and 1. Okay, so that's my paper and pencil method for doing it. The other method that I can use, and this is a nice visual to use, is to use what are called algebra tiles. Okay. All right, and so with algebra tiles, all we do is we use physical objects to represent each of these terms. So over here, this is called an x squared. So I'm going to have 2x squareds. This represents an x, so I'm going to have 1x, 2x, and 3x's. So there's my 3x's here. And then I'm going to have 2. So I put those in here. And so these 2 represent that 2. So these are my x squareds, my x's, and my 1's. All right, now I'm going to add 3 more x squareds. So 1, 2, and 3. I've got a bunch of x squareds there. Now I need to do a negative 2x's. So I'll use the other side to represent negatives, and a negative 1. Okay. This is my negative 2x's, and this is my negative 1. All right, so all I do now is I put them together. I look at my x squareds, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x squareds. I look at my x's. I had 3 positive x's, 2 negatives. These cancel off with each other. These cancel off with each other. I'm left with 1x. And I look at my 1's over here. I had 2 positives and 1 negative. Positive and negative cancel out, make a 0 pair, and this is what I'm left with. Okay, so at the end of the day, I see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x squareds, a positive 1x, and a positive 1. All right, both methods will work. This is a way for using algebra tiles. This is a way using paper and pencil. It's important to be flexible and be able to use both methods flexibly and interchangeably. All right, best of luck.